Hey guys, very good afternoon to everyone. Very honored to be here. I have the pleasure to share with you a bit about Grab's story. We really want to thank the organizers for inviting us, Grab, over here. So I want to share a bit about how Grab sort of evolved from ride-hailing app to a super app today. So I guess my first question to the audience is, how many of you guys took Grab to Meridien, KL Central here today, any point? Or plan to take it back this evening? Can you please raise your hands? Okay, it looks like we need to work on market share over here. But yeah, so market share is something we think about a lot for Grab. But Grab started out 7 years ago, and it started out with this grand launch at the time. It's called, of course, My Taxi. It started out in Kuala Lumpur. And we started out really as a for-profit social enterprise. 7 years ago, for those who are in KL and in Malaysia, you know that safety, taking taxis at night, is such a big problem, and it's especially risky if you are a female or woman, right? So one of the co-founders, Hui Ling, was a young consultant. She's still young. Was a young consultant back then. Every time she had to go back at night, taking one of the taxis at night, she had to. So last time, of course, there was no GPS, right? So there's no estimated time of arrival. So she had to SMS her mom, like, "Mom, I'm 10 minutes away," right? "Mom, I'm 5 minutes away." Or she had to call up her friend to say, "Hey," or pretend to speak, "Yeah, I'm really doing well. I'm in a taxi now. I'm at Petronas area." So that you should have a sense of comfort in terms of that. So Grab was started to solve a very basic fundamental safety problem. And that's why safety is at the core of everything we do, even till today, which is now table stakes for ride-hailing, which many people just take for granted. So this is actually our second office in PJ area. So second floor of rental office, friends and family, of course. And of course, then the head office was basically one room. All the departments were there, including our driver center. So very, very noisy. Same thing in Singapore. We are at Xingming. I had my first interview at a coffee shop. The restroom had a very thin wall beside the meeting room. So every time they did their business, everyone would know. So that's kind of the environment. But if you look at a lot of offices globally today, like in the second and third tier cities in Indonesia, it's still actually very much like that. So when we first started, of course, we were in KL. And we gradually expanded to over 8 countries and 336 cities. We did 3 billion trips cumulatively since we started. 140 million downloads. We have got the largest land fleet in Southeast Asia, 4 million drivers. Distribution network of 5 million agents in Indonesia through our acquisition for Kudo. And I think we were blessed enough that we're still gaining a lot of traction. It took us 5 years to get to 1 billion rides. And 9 months later, we hit our second billion ride, right, 2 billion. And after that, it took us 6 more months to hit our third billion ride. So we're fortunate enough that the traction is still strong, and that's really because of the growing demographics and the tailwinds in the Southeast Asian countries, right, and the two-wheel market. So along the way, we've been, again, very fortunate to get a lot of accolades. One of the most recent accolades was this. This is in Times Square. CNBC top disruptors globally. Grab is number 4 globally, and we are very happy to get that, to represent what startups can do globally from Southeast Asia. So that's the mindset we always think about. But the funny thing about it is that, these sort of things, when the leaders first got this message, it was like, "Oh, great, very good job, guys." And then the Asian parent mindset comes in. The Asian parent when like primary or form school or secondary school, like maths, you get like 79 marks for maths, right? And that's not bad. That's not bad, right? And then you show your mom, and then your mom will say, "Oh, how come not 85?" Right? 79 not bad, but how come not 85? So So for Grab, it's the same thing. We looked at it, number 4, it's like, okay, not bad, but how come not number 3? How come not number 2? So that's what we'll be gunning for as we go forward to sort of bring the Southeast Asia story. But I think more interestingly is these stories are what generate the most chatters and and messages and action plans internally within Grab. Individual stories. So this is Park Rudy. He is a micro-entrepreneur. He drives Grab bike in Jakarta. You know, there are many of these guys around. Before he became a Grab bike driver, he was a construction worker, earning about 1.8 million rupiah per month, which is about $130. He had no bank account. He's married with 2 children. After he joined Grab bike, his income increased significantly. He opened a bank account, so now it becomes unbanked to banked because all our drivers receive their income through bank accounts. He could now afford a second motorbike, which then he can rent out for additional business and income. And then he can then afford more things. So this is about improving income and uplifting his lives, earning more income, therefore moving him up in terms of economic mobility. There's a story which came out recently and courtesy of one of Channel News Asia in Singapore. So this is Rosanna. Rosanna is a micro-entrepreneur. She works with us on our Grab food delivery platform. She's based in Singapore. And her story was just so inspiring for all of us. And I would like to share a quick 1.5 minute video of her story. Can you guys help me play the video?
Have people ever been angry that you were late before?
No. It will very hard to control physical, body, and hand overall. And that very struggling. Mommy, can help me with it? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, but now I do 500 delivery okay already.
I wish we could say that we developed this platform, specifically to empower delivery partners with disabilities. The reality is they made it work for them.
Banyak juga. Jangan. Mak ya.
Oh, was that you?
Yes.
So the wonderful part about this story is that, of course, we did not develop Grab Food to serve this segment of delivery drivers, but she made it work for her. Just like how a lot of hearing impaired car drivers make it work for them. So now it is Grab's responsibility. We must make the platform work for them. And that's what our engineering team is doing right now in terms of making sure we've got a fleet type that's just for her. And the other wonderful part of this story is that for her it's very simple. Now she has the chance to give some money back to her parents. So she's a bit self-sufficient now. So that's a wonderful story which really reflects the culture of Grab. So a bit about the road ahead. The way Grab thinks about the service offerings now is basically in 2 broad buckets. We are at our core a mobility company, and we do 2 types of mobility. The first type is physical mobility. The second type is financial mobility. So when you think about physical mobility, we move people around, and that's through bikes, 2 wheels, 4 wheels, Grab car, Grab taxi, Grab bike, Grab shuttle, Grab bus, Grab share, and we move food around, we move stuff around, food delivery, we move packages and parcels around, so Grab Express, Grab groceries, Grab Fresh, and we also have financial mobility, so moving money around, payments, Grab Pay, points, Grab Rewards, lending through Grab Financial, and insurance. And we do all this, you think about this, it's really about driving economic mobility, which is the third type of mobility that we deeply think about. So physical mobility and financial mobility to drive economic mobility, especially for our drivers and merchant partners. But the next stage, which we announced about 1 year ago with the launch of Grab platform, is how do we transform from a ride-hailing app to an everyday super app? And the basic thing is we just want to be the most relevant service to our customers and offering those services that are very relevant to them. And the way we do it is, it was not an easy step for us. You can see the evolution of our first screen over the past 5 to 6 years. The first page has always been a map, right? So we are a map-centric, a transport-centric company. And it's only about 1 year ago that we transformed the homepage, and now we've got payments area at the top, a bunch of services at the middle, and a personalized content feed and powered by widgets at the bottom. And based on this Grab platform concept, we sort of launched 6 new services in the first half of 2019. Trip planner, hotels, Grab Wheels, e-scooter sharing tickets, subscriptions, and videos. I think, but the most important part is that out of these 6 new services, 4 are empowered by strategic partners, right? And that's the way that Grab wants to grow and become more relevant to customers, is by partnering, finding the most relevant and partners to work with us on our Grab platform. So now a bit about Grab Ventures, and Grab Ventures was started up basically for 3 main reasons. The first one is to find more partnerships, so open platform, open partnerships. The second one is really to help grow the entire ecosystem, because then we get more partners and it does help us. So looking for the next gen of tech leaders, and really to disrupt before being disrupted ourselves. So Grab Ventures is about 1 year old, and since then we've launched, we are basically a venture building and venture investments team. So we've launched many things, and that did a couple of investments. And one of the things that we are particularly excited about is the launch announcement of the second batch of Grab Ventures Velocity, which is our in-house scale-up program. So we found 10 great, amazing startups. We announced this a couple of weeks ago. But the interesting thing, again, is that the theme of this second batch is, again, all about empowering micro-entrepreneurs. So how do we find startups that really empower farmers, the long tail of farmers, because the tech there is getting quite interesting. And how do we find startups that really empower these small and micro businesses, which form the backbone of Southeast Asia's economy? And whenever we face issues, and as we look ahead, our North Star is always about outserving our customers, whether it's consumers, merchants, drivers, or agents. And this is what I want to sort of end up with. So we continue to look for more partners, so invite anyone who's interested to partner with Grab or Grab Ventures to come and talk to us so that we can outserve our customers and Southeast Asia together. Thank you very much.